I'm live on the page now. So I'll come back to Zoom so I could actually see everyone here. It's loading. Okay, so I'm supposed to be, all right. So thank you everyone for joining me. Thanks again for everyone who joining me. I know, Miss Dana, you're here because I was wondering. Okay, good. All right, so anyway, and Abigail is here. Abigail, thanks for joining me as well. So today we're just going to talk a lot about the sewing machine. I know some of you have already been sewing for years, and some of you probably on Facebook or on Instagram actually have just bought your machine or have your machine in a box. Because I have a lot of people come to my sewing studio, call me and said either they have a sewing machine or they're planning on buying a sewing machine. So we're just gonna pretty much talk general, but we'll be diving in, and I think you guys will be surprised. There's a lot of goodies in those sewing machine. And also Dana, I would have Dana eventually will be talking briefly about some features, like something that some wisdom about the sewing machine as well. So Dana, I'll be putting you up in a little bit. Dana, all right. Dana eventually will be talking briefly about. Sorry? Okay. All right, so if anyone have any question either on Facebook or Instagram, you could definitely just put your question in the chat. If you're on the page, I can't really see any question. It's only if you are in the group. All right. So for my live viewers here, I want to know what sewing machine you have, just the name briefly. So we're gonna start with Patricia.
So I have the Brother sewing machine. It's a JX2517. I guess a domestic machine.
Okay, no, that's good. So is it a how does it work for you?
It works fine. I'm working towards saving to get a Juki, but it works fine for now. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So yeah, a Juki is a good, well, I've been using Juki as well for when I have to do heavy sewing and whatnot. So it works well.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, exactly. So, but for my beginners, of course, I can't put them on Juki except somebody called me specifically and said they want to look for a factory job or something, and they need to learn the fast machine. Then that's a different story there. But for the most part, is our domestic sewing machine. So thank you, Patricia. All right. So, Miss Claudia. So we're just gonna say briefly what machine you have and tell me something about that machine, girl.
The Singer heavy duty sewing machine 4423.
4423. There you go. Excellent. All right. And have you used it yet?
No, I just got it not a few days ago.
That's good. I have to ask, where did you buy it though? Because you know what?
Online.
People have been asking me, and did you get a good deal for it?
Yes, I did. My son actually saw it because my son heard me talking about it. Oh. And then he came and he goes, Mom, I found a machine for you. It's on sale, the one you were talking about. And I said, let's order that.
So which part online did you purchase it?
I can send you the info.
Okay, because then the reason why I'm asking, because a lot of people ask me.
Yes.
Because sewing machine is kind of through the roof now.
Yes.
So yes, I'll get the information.
I think it was Amazon he got it. Because he's an Amazon shopper. Yeah, it's Amazon. Right. Amazon Prime.
Amazon. Okay. But still, I'm going to get the link if you have it and share it as well.
Yes.
All right. Good stuff. Thank you, my dear. So the next we're going to go to Miss Grant, Miss Hillary. So just briefly tell us what machine you have. Hillary, are you on pause? Or is it me? You're on mute, dear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you now.
Okay, so I have the Brother XR37T.
Okay, and how is it working for you?
So far, so good. It's doing a good job.
There you go. Awesome. All right, thank you, my dearie. And you have been sewing up a storm with it anyway, so at least that's that's a good thing. All right, so
it works.
Good, exactly, it works. So if anyone in the chat want to tell me what sewing machine they have, that would be awesome. All right, so Miss Dana, what sewing machine you have and how does it work?
I have the Brother CE8080. It's a computerized one. I'm working on the baby lock.
Okay, you have the baby lock already? Because I never heard
No,
of it.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it. Okay, maybe
Yes.
I heard about it, but awesome. Thank you, my dear. And Miss Abigail, what machine you have and how is it working for you, dear?
Yeah, I have the Brother B755 industrial sewing machine. Okay.
Oh,
and yes, and I have the Saja. I think that's Janome PS134D because I just got it not quite long, so I'm not so familiar with that yet.
The Saja, yeah. Okay. All right. Awesome. So you have any domestic sewing machine, by the way?
Yeah, I have 3 of them, but I don't use them for now. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, my dear. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so we're gonna be looking at one sewing machine. I actually have lots of sewing machine, to be honest with you, but we're just gonna be looking at
one, Princess.
We're gonna be looking at one sewing machine today, and is the, I'm just gonna put it here, is the Singer heavy duty sewing machine. But in this case, even though we're looking at this sewing machine and you don't have it, I want you to just understand a general concept of the sewing machine. One of the key of understanding your sewing machine is the manual. So how much of us here have actually taken a look at the manual?
Me.
I briefly looked at it just before the class. I was about to download it actually.
Okay, fair enough.
Barely.
All right, so barely. So what I would suggest to everyone who has a sewing machine, and maybe if it's, even though it's a used sewing machine, guys, it doesn't really matter if it's a used sewing machine or a new something like that. You could always take a look at the name of the machine and type it on the internet and try to get the manual for the sewing machine. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Try to get the manual for the sewing machine. And I'm going to tell you why, because I'm going to actually, for those who on the screen who are watching me on my page, we're actually going to look at the manual together to see how very important the manual is and to name the different parts of the sewing machine. Make sense?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, good stuff. And then after, we're going to have Miss Dana giving us a little bit of wisdom of what she learned so far in her sewing machine classes. All right, I'm just going to move on my screen here. So this is called a Singer 4452 sewing machine. And this machine, actually, I really like this machine because it, you know, some of the domestic sewing machine cannot sew jeans material or leather material. But this machine actually have proved a lot of people wrong, because you could actually sew jeans with it or leather material, so thick fabric. You could actually sew, you may have to take your time and probably change the needle and all that, which we will talk about, but you could actually use this machine itself, right? Some of the I remember I have a brother sewing machine when I just started years ago, and I had the jeans or something I was sewing, and eventually busts. And suddenly, you know, it makes a lot of noise on the table and all that. So I really, really recommend this machine. I had this machine since 2018 when I started teaching. So this machine have been used and reused from different students, right? So I really like this machine, to be honest with you. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna look at on the machine now is the manual. So I'm gonna share the screen here. And then from the manual, I'm going to come back and show you guys the different parts of the machine and some of the use. And some of my guests would also tell me what they know about these different parts of the machine, okay? So Claudia, you'll be getting a lot of wisdom, I'm hoping today, while I believe you have your manual with you, correct?
No, I don't have it with me. I was about to download it. Yeah.
That's okay. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen first. Just give me 1 second here. Where's my what are you guys seeing right now? Let me just share the screen here, and I'm gonna.
Did you Google it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you could actually Google it. I'm trying to share my screen with something I have on my computer here. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Just give me 1 second. Let me stop it again and see if it's gonna work. So I'm here. And let me see if this is gonna work. Okay. So we seen us, right? Is that it? What you guys seeing in front of you right now?
Now I see you, but before I saw all of us.
And I saw the Facebook page on the side.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. Oh my goodness. How do I get out of this space now?
It says go live on Facebook.
Okay, it's not working out for me.
Are you doing the cross post to all the pages?
No, I'm trying to do the manual. I'm trying to bring up the manual here so we could actually go through the manual together. And it's here. I'm seeing it in my eyes. You guys seeing anything right now?
No, I just see you.
I just see me. Let me see if I can share it again. And go more. And I don't know what's going on here. It's just showing me Facebook here. Let's see if I could just go on my computer screen. I'm so sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, so here. No. I'm just gonna play around with my screen.
Open it now, it will be okay because we're all on the side now.
Yeah, I know. I downloaded early and it's actually open on my computer. It's just I might have to get it. I'm so sorry, guys.
First.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let me see if it's here. 1 second. I really want to show the manual. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? So then what do you have prepared for us today while I'm looking at this? I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to keep the let's keep the conversation going. What do you have for us today?
Well, I was going to show how you can take your machine apart and clean it.
Okay, you was doing the cleaning. All right, no worries. Okay.
Sounds like she has years and years and years of experience.
I know. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so all the machines come with, well, mine comes with a little thing like this. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a little screwdriver.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get a manual for the machine here. You won't ever
comes with something like that.
We're seeing your hands, but we're not seeing the machine.
Okay, 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second, Dana. So I downloaded now. You guys see it now?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we see the diagram.
There you go. There you go. Of course, I had to use my technical skills, so we got it now. Okay, so there you go. This is a beautiful machine. So for those who are on Facebook or on Instagram, I have, for my machine, I have a list. It's something like this, right? It's a list like this. So I'm going to go through the list, but I'm going to actually do a demonstration so it would make sense. Okay, guys? So the first thing is called the thread tension. Now, do anyone have any idea of what the tension does?
Guides the thread.
Guys, the thread, okay.
To make it either loose or tight when you're stitching.
There you go. Exactly. The thread tension. All right. So for the thread tension here now, basically it actually helps to get either smooth stitch or let's say, for instance, the tension is let's say the thread, is kind of tie up and you find something not right with it. How can you fix that? Does anyone know? So this part of the machine here is called the thread tension. Does anyone know?
What was the question?
If to say the thread it's tie up, like it's really caught up in the bottom of, or like your stitch is just not smooth. Do you know how you could actually fix that?
Depends if it's the top thread or the bottom thread.
Okay, so it all depends on that. But what can we do with the tension?
You can reduce it.
Right, exactly. You can adjust the tension. Okay, so We're gonna look at the tension here, the presser, foot presser adjuster, the thread take up level, the sewing manual, sorry, the reverse sewing level. Now, I just wanna show here that this is your manual, guys. So this is the manual here for the 44, 43, and the 4452. And again, you would have your own manual as well, right, for your machine. So the manual actually guides you in so many different aspects. And the reason why I pull up the manual here, let's say we're looking at this here. Principal part of the sewing machine. So it tells you different part of the sewing machine. It tells you about threading the sewing machine. So everything you need to know about your sewing machine is actually in your manual. The only thing is that we don't have time to read it. And that's just the truth, to be honest with you. But the key of the manual, it would, if we take time to read our manual, to be honest with you, it would help us a lot from running to the repair guy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because sometimes it's so the issue with the machine could be so simple that we may not even need to go to spend maybe $60, $70 by the repair guy when he just do something quickly and just give you a price, right? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Right. So it's very, very important to watch our to go through our manual. So I'm just gonna go through it here. So for the manual here, it's give us general information to install and remove, you know, it give us different parts in both English and French here. So we're just gonna look at here, the tension and some of the lists here. That's pretty much what I go through in my beginner's class for this and this here. Just the different parts of the sewing machine and all that. So I'm gonna stop the screen here and then we're gonna just chat together. No problem, Abigail. All right, so in this case here, I'm just gonna look at the different parts. So this part here is called the tension on the sewing machine. So the tension, if you have a sewing machine, some of the tension may not say tension. Some of the tension part on the machine may not say tension, but this one actually say tension here. And you could always play around with it. For this machine, the tension is 3. In a general setting, the tension is 4. What is the tension for your machine, Patricia?
4.
4. And anyone else? Anyone else? Tension?
Mine's 4.
Yes, it's 4. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to make this kind of making sense here because the first time I'm going to introduce them to the sewing machine big time online. So I want to make sure it's kind of interactive here. Okay, so from the tension of the machine now, we're going to look at the thread take-up level. So right here is the thread take-up level. So this here is the thread take-up level. So what does it do? Basically, it helps in threading the sewing machine. So let's say when you, like I have students come to my class and they said, okay, I'm threading the machine, but I can't see this. What you have to do is to hold your hand wheel and move the hand wheel. So when you move the hand wheel, I'm just gonna show you that here, you would see the level moving up and down here, right? So that's the thread take-up level here. Now, we're gonna be threading the machine and all that in a little bit. And also, you would also need the thread take-up level when you're threading the sewing machine. Now, if you have a different machine, the setup is pretty similar. So not because I'm going through the 4452, that means your machine might be so different, you don't have to go through yours as well. You could definitely go through yours. Even though you don't have the manual, you could watch what I'm doing and kind of walk around as well. So for who watching me live? From Trinidad. Okay, nice to have you, Alicia. All right, so the reverse sewing level. So who knows what is a back stitch? Back stitch. Back stitch.
Secures the stitch.
There you go. So Claudia, are you familiar with back stitching?
I know what it means, yes.
You know what it means. Okay.
When you start sewing, you start and then you go back, right?
Exactly. So to secure the stitch. Beautiful. Excellent. So now on this machine now, it's called the reverse level. So this is it here. So it's called the reverse level. And of course, as Claudia says, once you sew, then you want to secure the stitch, you would go back and it would come forward. And of course, I will do a little demonstration in a little bit. Okay. So this is called the back stitch, or it's the reverse sewing level on this particular machine. Now, this machine have the luxury also of the thread cutter. So the thread cutter is on the side here. Let me just get some thread here. And then you, once you finish your stitch, you could actually just slide the thread on the side here. So you have the thread cutter here. And that's actually kind of convenient because, you know, sometimes we can't find a scissors one time. So you could just slice it on the side here for the thread cutter. All right, so the presser foot. So who knows what is a, well, everybody's supposed to know what is a presser foot if you're using a machine, but Claudia, are you familiar with the presser foot?
Yes, that's what you put your foot on to control the machine.
Exactly, exactly. So the presser foot. So for our viewers here, so this is our presser foot here. Okay, so our presser foot right here. And the good thing, let me just roll this so everybody can see well, because I'm trying to maneuver 3 screens at the same time, is that you could take out the presser foot. So it's very easy to come out, very easy. Just squeeze this out here. Just squeeze this here and it fall out. It's so easy to come out. So easy, right? Came out and then I'm gonna put it back in.
Press the back?
Yes, so let me just go here. So you squeeze the back here. So this here.
You squeeze it in, okay.
Yes, let me just see here.
So is that something you can change for different materials?
Yes, ma'am. All kind of for depends on what you're sewing. If there's a zipper.
Okay, so this is a generic one then?
Yeah, this one is just a standard one I use for general for my class, but there's tons of them which I have here to show you guys as well.
Okay, good stuff.
All right. So this is just your regular presser foot. All right. So we're gonna put it back in now. So I may do it a couple of times just to make sure all my screen can see. So I'm gonna squeeze this here, and I'm just gonna bring it back up here. Oh, sorry.
So it goes back in the same way it comes out.
Yes, go back in exactly the way it comes out. So just here. So I'm just gonna do it right here again, just for people who's watching here. So it's you squeeze it back and it go back in very, very easily. All right, so very easily. So that is called your presser foot. Now there's tons of foot. Let me just show you guys since I'm in foot here. There is tons of foot, which I'm gonna show you is all in the manual as well. So this foot, who knows what is this foot?
It's a zipper foot.
No, it's a buttonhole foot.
Or buttonholes.
The buttonhole
Buttonholes,
foot, exactly. So how fancy it look, right?
Wow.
It's a very fancy foot. Let me just throw this down here. I'm like, sorry for the noise here. Okay, there's so many foot in here. So I have some other foot here, which I'm gonna just, some of them I haven't even used them. So I'm not gonna ask any question if I never use them. Okay, so who knows what is this foot?
That's the zipper foot.
That's the
zipper foot.
Who said that? I didn't hear that.
Princess.
Princess. Okay, somebody's waiting here. All right, excellent.
Once again, show me that one again, the zipper foot.
Yes, ma'am. So this is the zipper foot here.
So that's what I have in my hands here, right?
There you go. Exactly. So that's your zipper foot here, guys. Okay. And again, it goes the same way. I'm just going to put this one in just the exact same way. When you're putting it in, you just squeeze it out here. So I'm going to do it maybe one time here. And then you hold it front side, right? So it's facing this side, and you can put it on either side because there's 2 sides. There's either this side or that side. So you can put it on either 2 sides. Let's see if we can put this in here. And I'm gonna, so hello, Princess. Thanks for joining me.
And this was the buttonhole, right, guys?
Yes, ma'am. This is the buttonhole fit. Okay. All right. So, all right. So let's go ahead. We're going to continue down the line here. So then we have the needle plate cover. So the needle plate cover is here. So let me just go. Let me just bring that down here. Okay. So the needle plate cover is here. So let me bend this here. So it's here. You just open this here. There's an arrow. If you look at that black thing here, there's an arrow. You push the arrow this way, and it opens. So you see it open and it fell out, right? I'm gonna close it back again. So some machine, of course, gonna have different features. Not all machine gonna have it like this. Some machine have it in front of here, but for this one is on the side here. You just open it and you're good. So this is called a needle plate cover. Now, this machine also have the removable accessories table. Yeah, the removable extension table accessory storage. So this could actually remove. Okay, guys. So this could remove and put it aside. Let's say you have an armhole, right? So if I have beginner students, and depends on what they're doing, if they're making a blouse and we want to go around the armhole nicely, you put the thing here, so you know, or a jeans or something, because you could actually go around really, really, really nicely. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this here, and then also you could take this out here, and then you could open this here like that. So you open it like this, and you're able to put your all your stuff in there, and you close it back. It's just like that. Oh gosh, my thing, I'm get lost. All right, any questions so far? Or any tips you want to add?
So what is this that came with the machine? This.
It's a seam guide.
Oh, okay.
You know, I never used it. Never used it. So, thank you for coming to the rescue, Dana, because I never used it before.
We love you, Dana.
I'm telling you. That's why I have it as a backup, that's for sure.
And then I saw this as well. So what is this for?
So
that's
a
actually
great
to
question.
open your machine.
Right. So
What to do? What to open it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like this, on the needle, where the needle is.
Mm-hmm.
You see a metal thing on the front there? It's to open it so you can get inside and clean it.
Right.
Oh, so it's more like a key to go into clean.
Yeah.
It's like a screw kind of thing. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let me continue here. Now we're gonna go to the 3 needle position. So this machine could do 3 needle position here. Let me just connect to Instagram back here. So 3 needle position is here. So it says, let me see, where is it here? 3 needle position. So here. So 3 needle position is here, right? So you could actually, so I'm gonna turn it this way, and then I'm gonna bolt so you can see how the needle move nicely. So in the middle here is a 3 needle position. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now you could actually go closer, and I would move again, and you would actually see, let's hope you can see my needle moving. So I'm gonna move my hand. So my needle go here, and okay, hold on, let me see. Stop moving here. Okay, 1 second. All right. So let me do it again here. You would actually see the needle move left and right. I don't know if you guys could see it. You can see it there, move left and right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's moving left and right. So this is called the 3 needle position. So you could use it for all, depends on what you're doing. I use it sometimes if I have to teach my student to do, I'll move the needle if we have to do like a small hem or under stitching. Like sometimes if I want to do under stitching, I use it as well. All right. I'm just trying to log back into Instagram. Okay. All right. I know this is not going that fancy. It's not sewing. It's just knowing about the different part of the machine. But anyway, we'll get through it. So the bobbin stopper. So what is the use of the bobbin stopper? The bobbin stopper is here. It's here. So I'm going to run the bobbin in a little bit.
Wind your bobbin.
Isn't that to thread the bobbin?
It's to wind your bobbin.
It's to wind the bobbin, exactly. So that's the bobbin stopper right here. Okay. Now I'm just going to go down the list here. Then we have the stitch width dial. So let me show you guys here now. So the stitch width dial here is this here. It's basically, if you look close, it actually shows you the stitch. Depends if you want longer stitch or shorter stitch. The stitch dial is right here. All right. And then the stitch length dial is here. So right here, it has 1, 2, 3. The stitch length dial is here. Usually I have it on 3. I normally have the stitch width dial on 3 and also the stitch length dial on 3. Actually, it works. 3 just works smoothly for me. So, and also by the stitch dial, we also have the buttonhole feet, the buttonhole stitch right here. So this could also do buttonhole, and this is where you have to turn the knob for the buttonhole. All right, make sense? All right. So
say that again. Sorry, show me that again. The buttonhole.
No, it's right here. It's right here.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Right? So next we're gonna go down is the stitch. So that was the stitch width. The stitch length is here now for the buttonhole. Then this is the pattern selection dial. So anybody has a machine that have various different stitch?
Yeah, mine have
So various different stitch,
80
right?
stitches.
80 stitches?
Mine has 17.
17 stitches. And have you actually tried out the stitches since, Patricia?
Mine has 37.
Wow.
Who has 37?
Okay, am I
Jesus.
reading it correctly? I'm still a newbie, eh? So y'all help me out, please.
No, tell me, honey. Go ahead.
So you have the one that shows like the buttonhole. That number one is for the buttonhole, right? Then you have a brother.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then
the
there's
next
nothing.
one.
Then you have the SS, I guess that's
Zigzag.
corresponding stitch. So I'm counting from that one all the way down to the last number that it shows on the front.
Yeah,
So
then yeah,
37 different
that's correct.
stitches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought I was losing it.
Okay, no.
I was kind of playing around with it one day, and my husband was like, "Ooh, you're fancy."
Okay. All right. I was trying to get back on Instagram, but I don't know what happened, but I figured it out. All right. So now let's move along. So on the stitch length dial also, let me just mention something briefly. You could also do different stitch. So let me just do it right now. I have some stuff here. So you guys see it bold enough?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so on here, beside the 1, 2, 3, 4 stitch and the buttonhole stitch and 0, there is S1 and S2. So for Claudia, particularly because you have this machine, so the S1 here now, it's, if you look down, if you move your eyes down here, is for the blue stitch only.
Okay.
So you see you have the S1. So if you want any one of the fancy, beautiful blue stitches, you're gonna turn your dial here. To S1. So just in case your machine have kind of similar, something like that, you could also play around with that. So you could turn your dial here to S1. Once you turn your dial here to S1, then you could turn any of the fancy blue stitch and you could try it out.
All right.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Now, if you want to do any of the red stitch now, what do? You put it on the?
You put it on the S2.
On the S2, there you go. So when you put it on S2 now, then you could decide to do any of your fancy stitches here.
Yeah. So S2 is for all the others that are not red, right?
S2 is for red, S1 is for blue, and the black is for just the black, the 1 to 4, and then the
all right, good. S2.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Good. All right. So anyone in the chat want to tell us what machine you have? So April, Elizabeth, Tina, anybody want to say what machine you has? Thanks for joining us. All right, good stuff. So, and then if we want to do buttonhole stitch now. So if we want to do buttonhole stitch, then we will turn the length to buttonhole stitch, and then we'll turn the pattern selection also to buttonhole stitch, right? That's when we're doing buttonhole stitch. So I'm not sure if I'll do a buttonhole stitch right now, but I would do at least a stitch so you could actually see in a little bit. Good stuff?
Yeah.
So far, so good? All right. So this machine also have the automatic shredder. So I will do another thing for that. But I think I have a little video on YouTube with the automatic shredder. So the automatic shredder now would be good for people who actually don't just want to thread the machine. So it actually helps you thread the machine, right?
Like me, right?
But usually in my class, I teach everyone how to thread the machine because I want us to kind of get, you know, the machine kind of make you get, you know, just.
Spoil you.
It's that's the one.
Lazy, right?
That's the one. So we don't get no spoil business here. We're gonna thread the machine. How Granny used to do it, right? That's pretty much, because that's how I started, how Granny used to do it. Okay, so this also have automatic threading. It also has a one-step buttonhole levy, which I may or may not do it today. Maybe I might do it another time itself, but this could make nice and pretty buttonhole stitch. So who here make buttonhole stitch on the machine already?
Me.
The machine will make buttonhole.
Me, mine's a one step too.
Oh, you have a one step too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so the one step is so easy. You just set it, you push it back.
Just set it and forget it.
Set it down.
Really?
Girl. I'm telling you.
Wow.
I am telling you, let me see if I could actually, where's my foot? I don't even know where the foot gone. The foot probably dashed somewhere. So if I had, if I could find the foot here, I could show you how easy it is, but I will figure it out in a bit. I can't find the foot. I don't know where the foot gone. Okay. So yes, it's so easy to do the buttonhole stitch. And buttonhole stitch before, when I never did it before, I thought it was so intimidating. I thought it was like so scary, and then when I was like, what? This is like child's play. So I'm telling you, you just need to try those things. So anyway, I'll see if I find the buttonhole stitch maybe when Miss Dana is talking, and we'll see how we could go there. Okay, so next we're gonna look at is the horizontal spool spill and the bobbin winder spill. So here, so right here, I'm just gonna bend my machine here. Bring it up here. Let's see here. Put the people here. Okay, maybe I'll just leave it like that. So here, so this here, you could also put your thread as well, right? Your thread could go here as well. And there's also a stopper. I don't have the stopper with me.
This is it, right? This is it. This is it.
Right, exactly. That's the stopper. You could actually put a stopper there. And the stopper could actually, yeah, to hold the...
So it holds the bobbin, the thread, right?
It holds the thread, exactly. So right here, that is the... horizontal spool spill. Now guys, for who watching me, I just want to let you know that this is a Singer 4452 sewing machine. If you don't have a sewing machine, sorry, if you don't have this machine, that's fine. All you need to do is to get your manual out. Once you get your manual out, you could also follow the steps as well. All right, because also I want people to actually post pictures of their sewing machine today. So that would be like the little challenge we're gonna go to today, to post picture of your sewing machine. Okay. So this is the horizontal spool spill here. Go put your thread here like I mentioned. Next thing we have is the bobbin winder spin. So it's right here. The bobbin winder spin is right here. So that's what we're going to be putting our bobbin, and then we're going to run. We're going to run our fill up our bobbin in a bit. Okay. So that is it here. Right. The next thing we're going to look at now is the hole for the second spill. So when we bought the machine, it didn't come with the thing here. We have to put it in. It actually comes in a packet inside the thing. And I got this, which is good. Right. So this is also how you could actually use the thread as well.
Mine came with it. Mine came with it. Like
it would come in on the inside here.
No, it came on top of it.
Oh, that means they probably had took it out because they're not so well. Okay, but usually I would have it inside here and it would be sealed up and whatnot. So maybe, yeah, okay, no worries. At least you have it. That's the goal there.
Yeah.
All right. So next we're gonna look at the hand wheel. So the hand wheel here now have a lot of features, of course. Right. So what are some of the features of the hand wheel? Someone tell me.
Brings the needle up and down.
Exactly. So you bring the needle up and down. It also brings the guide for the thread here up and down as well. So it's pretty much like your wheel on your car, something like that. It kind of is your hand wheel.
You can also slow down the stitch too with it.
It slow down the stitch as well, exactly. And another thing you could do again, you could walk. Like when let's say you're going through something, going through a heavy stitch or maybe a zipper you're doing, you could always walk the stitch and use your hand wheel. Okay, guys, always walk the stitch and use your hand wheel. Okay, almost done here. Now we're gonna go with the buttonhole stitch balance adjuster slot, which is on the side here. We're not gonna be doing anything much with it, but this here is for your buttonhole as well. So basically, if you want to adjust it to, if you look closely here, it kind of show you the width of the buttonhole and different stuff like that, right? So you could also use it for your buttonhole as well for different stitch of your buttonhole. And then we have the power on light switch. So not all sewing machine has power on, power off, but this one, when there is light, there is power. Make sense? Now we have the main plug socket here. So the main plug socket is here, right? So that's the main plug socket for the machine that we plug our machine on. All right. So I know
there's your buttonhole foot you was looking for.
Huh? Yes, I know. I actually found it inside my something here. So, all right. Next, we're gonna look at here now is the bobbin thread guide and the upper thread guide. So I'm going to show you about that in a little bit. We have this part of the machine called the face plate, right? That's for this machine. We have the presser foot lifter. So let me turn this here. This is the presser foot lifter right here. So if you want to lift the presser foot up, you want to bring it down. If you look, you go up and down, the presser foot lifter, right? So you want to put your garment and so ready to stitch, you bring it up. You want to sew your garment, you make sure it's down. You finish your stitch, then you bring it back up and you take out your garment. Make sense? Mm-hmm. All right, you know what? I know that part already. That's just boring. But it's good to be boring sometimes. Then we're gonna go to the fun part. All right, so drop feet control. So the golden part about this machine now, it could do quilting. Yes, ma'am, it could do quilting. I never do quilting anyway. But anyway, who here has done quilting? Anybody here has done quilting? Okay, thank you, dear. So has anybody, Miss Dana, have you done quilting?
No, ma'am.
No, okay, neither did I. So this machine could do quilting, and there is something in this machine here. I'm gonna just actually pull out this here that you have to. So you have to go to the group, Jennifer. The link is in the group, okay? Yeah. So the link is in the group if you want to join the Zoom. So right here now, let me just take this out. Sorry, let me my rose fall. So right here now is if you want to sew, it's the feet dog have to be up, which is this is the sign here. The feet dog have to be up if you want to sew. If you want to quilt, the feet dog have to be down. Make sense? So it have to be down if you want to quilt, and quilt is like free motion sewing, right? Now, if you buy the machine, I usually tell my beginners, if you buy the machine and you realize you cannot sew, before you bring it back, you want to check all the features, because in the manual, at least it will tell you all these things as well, right? Then you want to sew now, you have to bring it back up here to make sure that you're in good business there. And then you put it back here. So that's the fun part about the machine. All right, so lastly here is the foot speed control. So let me show you here. So this is our feet control here and our power cord, right? So our power cord would actually go in here, and then we will use it to actually, I don't have a power here, to actually get our couture sewing on. Let me just plug it on here. All right, so that's it here. That's it here. So I'm just gonna turn it here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here now, I'm gonna running the threading the sewing machine now. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna thread the sewing machine, then I'm gonna run the bobbin, and then Miss Dana will take over to talk briefly, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So for the bobbin now, let me see if I could get something just to rest put on here so you could actually see what I'm doing here. I'll put this up a little, so hopefully you could see when I'm doing the bobbin here. Okay, so when I'm doing the bobbin, you want to make sure that so of course I have my bobbin here. Where's my bobbin? I have my bobbin here. I have a full one though. When you're running the bobbin, you want to make sure you have your thread on, and for this now you have guide. So you have number 1. So this is number 1 here. Number 1 on the machine here. Then number 1, and then you go around the thread guide. So right here. So I'm gonna put it down here, and I'm gonna pass it to number 1, and I'm gonna show you guys. So you pass it to number 1 here, right? So you pass it to number 1 here. Then you're gonna go around the thread guide. So when you're going around the thread guide, your thread have to be on this side. So make sure it's on the inside here, not on this side. Once it's on this side, then you're gonna pass it around the guide, just like this, and you come over just like that. See that? So just make sure you take your time. I'm gonna do it one more time here. See if I could put this up a little here. If you can stay, I don't know if you can stay. Okay, so you have your thread. You put it to number 1, right? Because this have guide, so we have number 1 here. And then you pass it front way, so you want to make sure the thread is this way, and you pass it around nicely, around the guide. You want to also hold this to make sure the thread doesn't run. The next thing you want to do here now is take your bobbin. I'm going to see if I get an empty bobbin here. And then we're gonna spill this around. So there's a hole here. We could actually put it through the hole, but I'm not gonna put it through the hole. And we're just gonna go around nicely. Go around nicely here. That's just how I do it instead of going through the hole. Once you put it around like this, then there's a way you have to put it on. Like every machine have its own special way. But for this now, the thread have to be away from you. Like for instance, this is it here. The thread have to be not facing you, but away from you. So the thread have to be this way. So let me just make sure I could see here. So the thread have to be towards the back, not towards the front. It must be towards the back. Once it's towards the back, then you're in good standing to actually start running the bobbin.
I'm gonna need it to come over the phone.
Then you're gonna put it down here. Once you put it down here, now the next thing you have to do is lock the machine. I mean, lock the bobbin, sorry. So you must lock it. So it depends on the machine you have itself. There's different ways you could actually lock it, but for this one, you lock it nicely. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna be using my presser foot here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna use it on the table here so you could actually see. I'm gonna hopefully everything, let me put on the light. Okay, so you have to put on the light. And once I set everything up good, I'm gonna just press this. So right now it's pulling up the bobbin. Let me see that. So it's pulling the bobbin up nicely. Right? So this actually have already. So this is for feet, it's not for hand actually. Just, yeah, just gonna get some sanitizer to put on my hand. But it's for feet. You press it nicely and you're done. Give me a second. All right, so that is it for the bobbin. So the bobbin you pass to number 1 if you have that machine. And this machine is a very recommended machine. If anyone should ask me what machine should I get, I would definitely say if you want to invest, you could definitely buy this machine because I've been using it for quite a while and that's one of the machines I recommend. However, there are better machines, I'm pretty sure, than this. But if you're a beginner, you could always start with this machine for sure. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do here now is thread the machine. Okay, and then I might see if I could do a buttonhole stitch, and I'll do a buttonhole stitch after dinner itself. So now we want to thread the machine, right? What we're going to do, we're going to turn the light off. I always tell my beginners to turn the light off. We're gonna take this out here. So I'm gonna unlock. So it was locked. Now I unlock. Okay. Then I take it out. I take out my my thread out. Then I'm gonna use the side of my machine here to cut. So you could cut the thread out. So I'm just gonna cut it out. Right? Now, once I've cut it out, I'm leaving it on the side here. Now I'm gonna thread the machine. So I'm gonna just lean it here. So threading the machine here again, I'm gonna pass to number 1. So basically it's the same thing. You just pass to number 1 again from back to front. So you pass to number 1. Then you pass to number 2. You have to look at number 2. There's a number 2. You pass to number 2. You go to number 2 nicely. All right. Then you're gonna look again. You would see number 3 somewhere around here. So number 3 would be somewhere around here. And you would pass it nicely down to number 3. You would go down. Right? And then you would have a guide. So on this guide, you will see an arrow coming the other way here. You just follow the arrow. And you go up. Right? After that, now you want to pass it around that silver thread taker up here. If you can't find it, you're going to use your hand wheel. Move your hand wheel. Your hand wheel will bring it up for you. Right? Once you see it there, then you pass it around according to the arrow. There's an arrow actually showing you number 5 and how to go around. So you pass it around. And then you're going to come down. Once you come down here, you're going to pass it around that arrow again. Right? So you're going to pass it around that arrow again. Hold on, where am I? Sorry, no. When you come down here, you're going to pass it around this here, sorry. So you pass it around here. And let me show you how you're going to do that now. So when you're passing it around here now, you want to make sure, I was doing actually backward. Let me just do it again. So number 3, number 4, pass it around the arrow, come down. Something is stopping me here. I don't know what though. 1 second, something is just stopping me and I'm not sure why it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So when we get here, something is holding me back here. You want to hold the thread like this and you pass it around that loop right here. So there's a loop here, you want to pass it around. Right underneath here, you want to pass it around. Okay. Once you pass it around that, then there's another one you have to pass it around just over the needle itself. You have to pass it around over that needle. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can see it very, very clear, but you come this way and you pass it, you have your hand this way and you pass it around that needle here, just by the screw. And then you let go. Once you let go, all right, so just like that. You take your time and you do that, then you thread the machine front to back. All right. So most of you guys is on there. So Patricia, Princess. I know you came on and we didn't get to introduce you.
That's okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you very well. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Nice for joining us.
Thank you. So I have a Brother SQ9285 sewing machine. And I also have a serger that is still sort of kind of in the box because it just looks very intimidating and I just got a headache and put it back. I figured one challenge at a time is what I figured.
Exactly. There you go. All right, good stuff.
It's not intimidating at all. It's once you know, it's easy.
Yes, that's the truth.
I have
but at first, Dana, it was intimidating from even me as well, but long time ago, of course. But as she said, Princess, the more you start to use it and you realize it's like child's play. You know what I mean?
I took a serger class.
Oh, you took a serger class.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right. So I didn't take a class. I just figured it out on my own. But okay. All right, good stuff. So the last thing we're gonna do here now is to thread the machine, and then I'm gonna just do a little tip on. No, I'll thread the machine and then I'll actually give it over to Dana. I don't want to go beyond what I've been saying here. So I'm going to thread the machine front to back. And of course, if you have an automatic threader, you could thread it with the automatic threader. If not, you could just thread it. I just put my light on here and try to thread it. Sometimes I'm smooth with threading it, sometimes I get headache. So we'll see what's going on here. Okay, so I've threaded. Perfect. And when you thread the machine now, you put your it's always good to put your thread in the bottom of the presser foot here. All right. And lastly, I'm going to put the bobbin in the case. So I have to put the bobbin in the case, and I'll give it over to Dana to talk briefly. All right. So when we put in the bobbin in the case, like I mentioned, you're going to open the case like this, and the case is going to flip up. Now, when we put in the bobbin in for this particular machine, there is a guide here. So the guide actually show you how to put the how the bobbin should be. And some of your machine actually does have a little something on top of the plates. Not all machine, but some of the machine does have, right? The newer version. Okay. What about who mentioned that? Is it Dana?
What?
Somebody mentioned something in the chat. I'm not sure who.
Oh no, not me.
Okay, all right. So sew in place on Bayview. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
no.
Okay.
It was that was for Hillary.
Oh, okay. Oh, Hillary. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna put in the bobbin back. We're gonna put the bobbin in. So let me just stand up here and I'll show you how to put the bobbin. So when we put in the bobbin in now, we want to make sure that the thread is away from us. So basically, I have the thread this way, and the thread have to be away from me. It cannot be towards me. So basically, if the thread is towards me here, and I'm hoping you're seeing that well. So the thread have to be from the back. And that's exactly what the plate tells us here. If we look at the instruction, it shows you where the circle of the thread must come, and this is where the thread must be, and it's towards the back. So that's exactly what it's saying here. So once you have it this way, because every machine has its own way of putting the bobbin in, but for this one, yeah, this one, that's how it is. Like for instance, so I'm hearing myself. So like for instance, if someone say, okay, can you teach me the sewing machine? And they had to bring the sewing machine, then I have to look up to see all those little features because it might not be the same as this one. So once you have it like this, then you just put it in the case like that nicely. And then you hold it and you pass it around the loop. Again, every machine has its own standard of which ways pass around the loop. So you really have to check your manual to make sure you know which is which, okay? Once that is done, then you take your cover and you nicely cover it. And you want to hear that click. So some people will be struggling to cover it. You don't want to just do it and figure it out and say, okay, no. You want to make sure you hear that nice, beautiful click. This is the part you're going to shove down this way, and it must click. So you shove it down this way. And you must hear that nice click there. Once you've done that, then you want to lift up the bobbin thread. That's your last straw before you sew. So what I always said, your hand wheel now, you want to always turn your hand wheel towards you to avoid any complication, anything with the thread. Always remember to turn your hand wheel towards you. It doesn't really matter what if you're just lifting up from sewing your garment. You always want to keep it in mind. You want to always turn it towards you, opposed from away from you. So we're gonna turn our sewing machine, our handle towards us. The needle would go down in the hole. We're gonna continue to turn it towards us. Then, hold on 1 second. I'm still doing something. Okay, after, okay? After, please. Sorry, guys. Okay, so you wanna continue to turn it towards you. So I'm just gonna do it here. And I always say to my beginners, you want to hold the top thread. So hold the top thread and you turn it towards you. The needle would go down in the hole. You continue to turn it towards you. The needle would come up. And then you stop. Once it stopped, then you pull. Can you go inside with her, please? Please. Okay. So sorry about that, guys. So once you pull it up, once you pull the top thread, the bottom thread would come up. So I'm seeing the green thread already. I could just easily take my hand nicely and bring it up. So the bottom thread and the top thread is fully up. So now I'm ready to sew my garment. That was easy, right? Yeah. Right, Claudia?
Yeah, I was doing it.
Good. I'm happy you was doing it.
I had already thread my needle.
Huh?
I had a needle in already.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no problem. All right, awesome. So what I'm gonna do here now, I want people to post your sewing machine. So for those who are watching me live and those who in the group or anyway, if you want to watch the replay, the action for today, tonight, tomorrow, just post your sewing machine or just look for your manual. Either you get your manual, you put a picture of your manual, you look on the internet, type the name of your sewing machine and try to get the manual for the sewing machine. Okay, so that would be or if you have your manual in the box or something, pull it out. That the manual is so important.
I find these ones do not come with the manual. I think it's e-manual, like you have to look for it online.
No, man, yours have manual.
I didn't see one in the box. I'm gonna check again.
Yeah,
I guess I was too excited to set it up for the class.
I know. It's supposed check there. It's supposed to have like a paper with the manual, with the instruction, with the warranty, with this, with that. It's supposed to have a lot of things in here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I am gonna so Miss Dana, where are you now? I'm not seeing you here again.
Oh, I just seen my machine probably.
I got mine.
Oh, right here.
My manual even have a CD drive, a CD.
Oh, you have a CD?
Yeah, the brother comes with a CD.
Oh, I wonder no, I don't think ours come with. Okay. All right, so let Miss Dana talk now, and she's just gonna give us a little wisdom on some features and stuff on the machine.
Yeah, so okay, so when I took my sewing class, my sewing machine class, they taught us how to clean the machine, that way you don't have to keep going in for repair. So that's this little thing that comes with your machine, a little screw.
Right.
Screwdriver. You just open it, use it to take the screw out. You have to take this part off first.
Ms. Dana, can you reduce the light a little? I think it's a little bit bright. I can see, but yeah, it's just a little. Maybe it's a little bright.
Is that better?
Okay.
Better?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And what repeat the name again of the machine you have?
The CE8080.
So the brother CE8080. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a little challenging.
Okay. So basically you're removing the
plate.
You're removing the plate. Okay, so your hand is there.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get the screw to open.
Okay, no worries, yeah. And one thing I learned, guys, when you're cleaning the machine, you don't want to just brush here and there and everywhere. You want to brush in one direction. Right, Miss Dana?
Yes.
Yes, you don't want to just, because when you brush or when you blow, you know, we like to just, we see dust, we just, we blow.
I never use, you know, those air that comes in the can? That people normally use to blow out air, dust.
Repeat, I didn't hear you, man.
The air that comes in the can.
Mm-hmm.
Don't never use it on your machine because it's like liquid, so it's gonna rust it.
Okay, right, okay.
Can't get the screw out.
Oh, for the actual plate, right, of the machine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
All right. So we're gonna
I don't like doing this.
I do have a question. While Dana is unscrewing that, how often are you supposed to clean inside your machine?
After you're done using it.
Oh, so every time? Oh,
yeah.
I know. That's a sweet laugh. That's like my laugh.
That's a great one. Great question.
No, that's an excellent question. But trust me, that laugh is sweet because I would be laughing that kind of laugh.
Clean the machine after every use.
I'm telling you.
Because the fabric.
It's not realistic. It's not realistic.
Yeah, but it's just how it is. But
it's
trust
a precautionary measure, really.
If I tell you when last I cleaned this machine, you'll be surprised. I don't even know.
I don't clean mine every time either.
I know.
So what they said is if you have an old toothbrush, that's the best thing to use.
Right.
So what is this that comes in there? Isn't that a brush?
It comes in a brush, but they say that doesn't do it.
Yes, Claudia, that is the brush. No, she asked me for that machine. Yes, that's the brush. Yeah, that's the brush. Oh, that's the brush to actually brush it. So you see as what? So right now you're using a toothpick, right? What's the name of that again?
Me?
Yeah. What is the name of that?
This is a tweezer that came with my surgery.
The tweezer that came with the surgery. Yeah, you're using the tweezer. Okay.
Yeah. You just kind of pick up some of the dust if you can see.
Right.
Even though I try to clean it as much as I can, but you still see there's dust still inside. And I just do that and then just put it back together. Simple, easy.
And you said not to blow, right, Dana? Not to blow.
Yeah.
I'm a blower.
See how all of us blow.
Sorry.
What was the joke? I didn't get the joke.
Oh, you
I can
can't
see all
blow.
of
You
us
can't
blowing.
blow.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at the dust.
there's no blowing going on here.
You
Look
can't
at the
blow
dust.
it
Right, you
back.
see, exactly. See the
Oh,
amount of
wow.
dust that
Yeah.
come there?
That's the way it's
And all that dust is from
the fabric.
the fabric, exactly, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
wow.
real fabric. Yeah. But your
I gotta
fabric
get busy.
create dust.
So guys, that is your homework as well. We had a well, for only for Claudia probably, because Claudia just get her brand new machine. So.
Mine hasn't been used.
Don't worry, Claudia.
Everybody
You get
else?
it. You get it.
Hillary, I want to see picture that you guys clean your machine. I want to see picture.
Sorry? You want to see a picture of me doing what?
Cleaning
the
your
machine.
Clean your machine.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
How often do you change the needle on your machine?
That's another 8-hour question.
Oh, Lord.
I did it once since I got mine.
Because what happened is the needle starts to get sharp and then your thread keeps breaking. If you find that your thread keeps breaking, then you need to change your needle.
Okay. Nice trick.
I'll put this back again another time because the nerves is not going on again.
Not right now. Eh?
All eyes are on you. You're a
Yeah.
little bit nervous.
So it's like struggling. This is like a 2-minute thing for me usually. No. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And also you need needle for every project that you're doing.
Sorry, say that again, Dana.
You need a needle for every project that you're using. Needle for every fabric that you're using.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
this one, you can see this one is a jeans needle.
Ah.
Yeah, and then this one is for a stretch, like a stretch fabric.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
this one is top stitch.
Wow.
But top stitch is really like for jeans fabric. Like if you're doing decorative top stitching, the top stitch needle.
So it's for denim fabric?
Like if you're doing decorative
I've been
stitches.
using the same one for everything.
Me too. Me too.
Don't worry.
I have all of them. I just couldn't find some of them. There's all different ones.
Okay, knowledge is
silk
power.
fabric, for silk fabrics, you need like some size 10.
For which one? Sorry?
Like silk fabric, like
Okay.
fine fabrics.
And chiffon? So silk
Yeah,
and chiffon.
Right, you need fine needle.
Silk and chiffon.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah. And then I had jeans needle, but I don't even know where it is. Or did I just show it to you?
Yeah, you did. The first one.
There's also
thank
an
you.
app. There's also an app you can download.
So
That
write the app down. So let it, yeah.
that it tell if you put in the fabric name, it tells you what size needle to use.
Oh, nice.
So I go to my app store and find that?
Yes. And it's called Schmetz. SCHMETZ.
SCHMETZ.
Yeah.
Needle app.
It's just put in Schmetz and you'll see it.
Installs. Okay. Oh, you got that right.
So if you're not sure what needle to use for whatever fabric you have, you just put it in, put the fabric name in, and it will tell you.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's pretty much it.
Thank you,
Love
Dana.
your
Right.
expertise. Thank
Very
you.
good.
Words
Appreciate
of
it.
wisdom. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So for anyone watching and you didn't see that, if you go on the Facebook page, the live is there. You could actually watch the replay because I didn't show it for anybody who's...
One more question. Sure. The newbie, Miss Newbie.
It's okay.
Okay, you know what? I know you're going to ask the question. Hold on, I'm going to actually show the Buttonhole Feet, but I'm going to show you in the manual in a bit, okay?
Okay, great stuff. Good.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Dana. I really appreciate that.
No
Honestly appreciate it. So let's give Dana a beautiful hand applause. Of course.
We love you, Dana.
Good job. Great job. Thank you.
Rock star.
Very informative.
Rock star, big time. Love that. Love that. Thank you so much, dear. All right, excellent. So I'm going to show the manual in a little bit. And then after we're going to wrap up. We're not going to stay too long again. One thing I just want to do is the buttonhole stitch, guys. And then I'm going to show you the manual so you could really see some wisdom in your manual here. So let's go down here. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to actually put it. So I put the button. Oh my goodness. I hope I didn't lose the button. Okay. So this is the button here. This is the buttonhole feet. I'm going to put the button. So I'm going to actually, I'm using two screen here. So this could go down and up. So down and up here, right? So I get my button and I feed it in here. So basically, you have to actually measure the button on your fabric, although you don't have to do that. But if I'm teaching you, that's exactly what I would teach you. You could measure the button on your fabric. So you can measure this side and measure that side and put a line. I'm not going to do that. But if I'm teaching you, of course, I would do it like that. But this is just to show that, okay, this will be the start of my stitch and this will be the end of my stitch here. But what I want you to just do is just an overall overview today is my buttonhole fit. Is you would take it and you will put it in your feet like this. Then you will lock the button in place. So you will push it up like this. So you put it on. You will put it on like this. So it's up like that. You push it down like this, and you will lock the button in place. Okay. Once you lock the button in place, now you're gonna take your buttonhole feet, and this would be towards the rest. So this would be facing me. So let me just go here, and I'm gonna put it here. Again, I'm gonna lift up my my presser foot lifter, and I'm gonna put it this way. Once I put it this way, I'm gonna lift up, and I'm gonna lock it in place. Right, I'm locking it in place here. So once I've locked it in place, this is what I'm gonna do. The first thing I'm gonna do here is the stitch width. I'm gonna make sure it's on 6. So you have to turn the stitch width from 3 to, sorry, the stitch width. The stitch width from 3 to 6. So right here, make sure it's on 6 here. Then the stitch length have to be on your buttonhole symbol right here, okay? So my buttonhole symbol right here, right? And for those who want to check out, maybe I'll ask Claudia to send me a link, maybe, and I'll link it in the group or link it on my page for if anyone want to check out that machine, this machine itself. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is to make sure that the selection dial is also on buttonhole. So everything must smell buttonhole. Buttonhole here, and here have to be on 6, big time. Oh, it came out. Okay. Okay, hold on. It just came out here. What happened here? It just came out. All right. Okay. So once this is on 6, that is on buttonhole. This is on buttonhole. The next thing we're going to do here now, and again, I have a video with that on YouTube, is that we're gonna bring down there's a levy here. So I'm gonna bring it down so you will see that levy here. So right here, there's a levy here. You're gonna bring it down and then you're gonna push it back. And you must hear that click. So when you bring it down, you're gonna push it back to hear that nice click there. All right. Now, once that is done, I am gonna turn my machine here so you would actually see me on this end here. On this end here. Okay, so once that is done, I am ready to sew. Yeah, I'm perfectly ready to sew. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a piece of scrap here, and let's hope it works. Really, let's hope it works. Okay, so I'm gonna put my so basically what I'm gonna do here, let me show you. I'm just gonna put So I'm going to put on just a little guide here for myself. I'm going to put the needle exactly on the guide here. And then the stitch going to go backwards. So you're going to go this way and then come back this way. So let me just do that here. So it's going to go, I'm going to put my needle exactly down on the guide. So the goal is that you want to always make sure that this is back. So I'm going to bring my presser foot nicely down. And I would start my stitch. And let's hope it works. Somebody just give me a headache. So, all right, so we're gonna do this. So if you look, it's moving. So that's a good sign. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna have to stop it, you know. It didn't come out exactly as I wanted, but I'll show you what happened. It didn't come out exactly what I want, but I'll show you anyway. It didn't come out good at all. But anyway, let me just show you. So this is what happened here. Again, it didn't come out that well. So this is what happened here. It went down. It went down nicely, but it come out really, really rough. So right here, right? So let me just make another one again and see. And then if anything, I'm just gonna eliminate that one. So I'm gonna make another one here. Just gonna put it on randomly here. And I'm gonna make sure this go back. It's a must. You must make sure this go back. Everything else is settled. Then I'm gonna have I'll just take my time this time and see if I go slowly, if it would help me out better. So taking my time there, let's see. Oh my goodness, I don't know if it'll come up that good. So there's a problem with coming up. Okay, let's see what happened. Okay, I'll have to look into it closely, but anyway, let me just show you guys. So it came out, not the best again. It went down nicely though. I haven't used it for a while with the buttonhole anyway. So this is what happened here. So this is what happened here. So you see it go down, it went down nicely, right? One way. And when it come up, I don't know, it just decided not working out nice for me coming up. So anyway, to open the buttonhole now, what you have to do, you have to take a pin and push it on one edge here, right? Then you take your seam ripper, your good old seam ripper. So you take a pin and you put it here. Then you take your good old seam ripper and you have to rip it, and the seam ripper, the pin will stop it from going further. So I'm just gonna take my good old seam ripper here and open it nicely. All right, and that's pretty much it. I have my knife at the hole here. Of course, if everything had to go smoothly, then I would have a pretty hole. So you see one side is pretty and the other side is kind of not pretty. Right? Yep. Excellent. Okay.
Can I show them on mine?
What? Yes, Dana, please, yes. Let me just hold you up here. Go ahead.
Okay, 1 second.
I have to check out this thing. I don't know what happened, so. Is it at the same kind of foot or a different foot?
It's the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the same. But mine comes with you put the button in it ahead of time. That way it doesn't get too big or too small. It's the exact same size of the hole.
So that is exactly with this too, though.
Yeah. So
yeah, it would be the exact side of the hole when you put the button in. So this button would actually fit the actual hole.
Can you see? Can you all see?
We're not seeing the button though. We're seeing just your fingers. Okay, good.
Is that better?
Yes, a little bit better, yeah. So you snap it. Now you kind of go black.
Hold on. My stand just sliding away. Okay. Can you see?
You need to go lower a little.
You need to go lower though. You need to go a bit low. Okay, good. There you go.
Okay, so mine you have to pull down the stop so it stops. Stops behind.
I got it.
Okay. Let me set the three.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So I just in the buttonhole feet.
Goodness, that's feed out so long.
You could just do it and then show
This
yeah.
phone not cooperating.
Okay, that's fine. You could just do it. We could always anyway, what I want for everyone to do, you could practice doing your buttonhole as well. Has there anyone could practice doing the buttonhole on their machine and post? I want to see pictures.
Want to see a picture of the buttonhole?
No, I'm just saying for everyone else. If that is too much of a task, just make sure you take pictures of your machine, possibly clean the machine if you can, or at least take pictures of the machine and make sure you get the manual for the machine, okay? So that would be anyone who watching the replay. We would go ahead and get the manual for the machine because it's very important. And also just take pictures and show what kind of machine you have. So that would be, and then we are gonna comment on each other. So if we could definitely do that, that would be excellent. All right.
Okay.
All right. So did you get you now, or it's still kind of?
I'm gonna.
You could always do that for another time. No worries. All right.
Now.
And we post it on Facebook, the machine.
Yeah, on in the group. So post it and just say something. Okay, good. Very nice. Dina. So post it in the group. You could also post it on my page too. Well, or maybe I'll share it on the page, but post it in the group. And then everyone could comment on it in the group.
You could also post it on Facebook.
Yeah, you could post it in the group and just post it on. I'm not sure if you can post it on my page though. I'm not really sure how that works, but I know for the group you could post it open. In the group. You could also post it on my page too. Well, yeah, I'm hearing myself. Someone must see. Okay, so yeah, you could also try to post it on my page, but for sure the group, and then everyone could comment. So just comment. Maybe I have a brother XYZ machine, and either you have the manual, you're looking for the manual, you find the manual, something of the line, because I want everyone to have the manual. We want to take our time to go to the sewing machine. This is just the first intro. There's a lot to the sewing machine. Okay, so
got it.
All right, so this is Dana. This is Dana on, and it was perfect, beautiful.
Back and front, there's the back.
And the back, perfect.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, it come out really pretty and nice. Mine, I don't know what happened, but anyway, the Lord. Okay, so one more thing, guys. Let me show you guys the manual and then we wrap. I just realized I have to, yeah. All right, let me just go. Hopefully we get the manual. Beautiful. Okay, so let me show you guys some pretty stuff here now. So we're gonna go to page, let's see, page 30. So I'm gonna do page 30. Let me go slide down here. I'm gonna do on our next level, I'm gonna do a couple of the different stitches and how to be competent on the machine when you are a beginner. So basically this is sewing a straight stitch. So it kind of give you a guide on sewing a straight stitch, right? It tells you what to do. Number one, set your stitch length between 2 and 3. Usually I have it between 3 when I'm sewing a straight stitch. Can everyone see the share here?
Yes.
Awesome. Then it tells you what to do to place the fabric under the presser foot. It tells you exactly what to do. So you see the steps here and then you follow along. All right. especially if you're doing a half an inch or one, whatever stitch, kind of give you, tell you what to do. Now, types of needle here. So Dana have actually touched a little on it, which is good. So I'm just gonna go to page 54. So your manual is like your key to the kingdom, well, the kingdom of your machine at least. So yeah. So here, guys, let's just look at this beautiful stuff here. So let's look. I know Dana had touched on it, so let's just look at this here. So you see needle sizes. It tells us the needle sizes. It also tells us the purpose, all-purpose thread here. Let us just go through it a little bit here. So for needle size between 911 or 70 to 80, you want to use lightweight fabric, cotton, silk, muslin, like those kind of thing here. If you're not sure what like jersey, for instance, if you don't know what it is, you could just look it up on the internet and it could kind of give you what it is, right? So you want to use like a lightweight needle for that. It also tells you the thread. So thread in cotton, polyester, it gives you ideas of what you should use according to the needle. It go on here for medium weight fabric like satin, like silk cloth and stuff, and lightweight woolen. It tells you most threads sold are all purpose. So, you know, it kind of guides you. Does that make sense, guys? Mm-hmm. Exactly. So your manual is like your key, I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. Then you go to size 14, size 16. Let's go up to size 18 here. Upholstery fabric. We know it's a little bit heavier weight fabric. Jeans, denim fabric is size 16. So usually you could use from 16 to 18 for denim and upholstery here. So the bigger size needle, right? And those things are like really, really important. Okay. It explains all these things here for you. So you definitely want to match needle size to thread and weight of the fabric as well. So if you kind of really want to go deeper down to know what needle should I use with what fabric, your manual kind of really does help you out in those areas here. So it also have both English and I believe French version. So all these will tell you how do you drop feed control. You see what I did earlier? And I was explaining about the drop feed control. I took out this here and I show you the A and the B like this here. It tell you what A is, and I'm sure it will tell you, if you look here, it will tell you what A is and what B is. So all those great features is in your manual if you want to change the needle. So that would be our next live. So not tomorrow. Tomorrow I want people to post and comment. So please, to kind of get things active so people could participate, I want us to post our machine and just comment. I like this machine, you know, it's a brother machine, it's working good. I have it for 5 years, I have it for 10 years, I haven't cleaned it maybe, I never, you know, those kind of things. Just post and post nice little comment and we could just talk on the comments. Is that a yes, yes?
Yes, yes.
There you go.
Sounds good.
Awesome, awesome.
Well, can I just say one more thing?
Can
I just say one more thing?
Yes, Miss Dana.
Always run a bobbin from the same thread that you're using.
Wisdom, very nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Wisdom, definitely.
Are you in Toronto, Dana?
No, I'm not. I'm in Newmarket.
Oh, you're in Newmarket. Okay.
Yeah, she's in Newmarket. I met her on Facebook like I met everyone else in the
group. Wisdom.
Wisdom there, my dear. So usually when I have classes, the same thing, I make sure that my student would, of course, do the same thread for the because of course, as Miss Dana give them the wisdom again, you don't want any problems, right?
Right.
You don't want.
Remember, all thread are not made equally. So
there you go.
Not because you have one that's already wound and it looks the same color. No, it might not be the same quality.
Oh, exactly.
Or one might be heavier, one might be smaller.
There you go.
And then you end up with stitching problems, tension problems.
Exactly. Wonderful wisdom there. Okay, one more thing, guys, and we're gonna wrap. So you see it has on your manual again, troubleshooting guide like big time. Skipping stitch, breaking needle, loose stitch, this and that. It's all there in your manual, guys.
I will need it.
All there. You see what I'm saying? Your thread is breaking. You just run to the repair guide, $60, $70.
Exactly. Yep.
So hint, I want people to pull out their manual. I want people to do the action, post pictures, comment on people's pictures, and maybe I might post it on my Facebook page too. And if I post it, because I'm not sure if you guys can post on the page, but post on the group, comments, and then we could actually show each other some love in commenting on others people post.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Also, try to buy your machine I mean, well, most people here already have their machine, but try to buy your machine from a dealer instead of like Amazon, Walmart, because they give you free lessons.
Not. Is it all the time, Dana? I don't know for all the time.
The place where I buy mine, they give you lessons on it. Okay,
so let me just make a comment here from Mary Kathleen Thomas. Thanks for the comment. She said that these singers machine can be bought at Canadian Tire at a cheaper price. So that's the 4411. So yes, the 4411, I don't like it too much, but if you cannot get the 4452 or the 4423, the 4411 is actually an okay brand too. So thanks for that. So Canadian Tire, I know have it. It's just that I don't really like the 4411 because I think they had it for $199. I don't know what is the price you pay for it, Mary, but they had it for $199 previously.
That's the lower end one.
That's the lower end one, exactly.
Oh, tell me a little bit about the FAF machine. Is it FAF they call it?
So Claudia, what we're gonna do? You could post your comment because I'm gonna wrap up.
Okay, good.
If you don't mind, yeah, yes. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna leave it for Thursday, okay, guys, and then we'll go over the different feet. Okay, so Claudia was asking for the feet and stuff like that. So that feet you show all year was a buttonhole feet, but in the manual is actually explain everything. So we're gonna get it for next class, for next live, and then we're gonna talk about the feet, talk about what it does, and so on and so forth. Is that okay, guys?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. So thank you so much for making my day today. I'm really, thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
I really, yes.
I learned a lot.
Thanks for everyone who's showing up for me.
Thank you.
You're so very welcome. Let me just stop.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
You haven't given me the contagious laugh yet.
Who, me or who?
Please.
Is it me? Oh, was you that say that, Claudia? No?
Yes.
My laugh is contagious. Okay, maybe if somebody give me a spicy joke, then probably.
No. Okay, guys.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Just remember, I love you. Jesus loves you, and we're gonna have a good time until we connect again.
Amen.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Stay safe, everybody.
You too. Thank you. Bye.